What's up, everybody? Hope everybody's doing good. Everybody's living the best life possible, man. Today I was thinking, I heard somebody talking about time travelers, right? Time travelers. And it seems like these time travelers all have the same kind of story. And it kills me, man. Like these time travelers, they all come back and from like the year 2022 or something like that, and they create a podcast and they want to tell everybody about pending nuclear wasteland that's coming, a pending nuclear wasteland that is coming, and they usually give a date. The date is going to be May blank of this year, and there's been a lot of these predictions, and so far every one of them has been false. And a lot of these guys, they go back on their podcast and they switched around the dates and they changed the dates to a later year. Well, this stuff kills me, man. Like it really does. Because first of all, I don't think time travel is possible. I mean, on paper, theoretically, science, it's possible. I understand. I understand the whole bending time space continuum like a piece of paper. Okay, I get it. All right, I get it. But like even on paper, even in movies, like Batman is possible, right? How many Batman movies we could take somebody, train them to be like a ninja, give them all these expensive equipment, and then let them go fight crime, right? And theoretically, that could work out, but not really, right? Not really, because it would be that guy would last about 30 seconds, and somebody would shoot him right in his face, and it would be over, right? It wouldn't really work. So, so this time traveling thing, right? So let's think about this for a second. If you actually had a a time device, right? A time device, and you built it right now, what would you do with it? What would something that you would do with your time device? I mean, honestly, the first thing I would probably do is go back and win the biggest jackpot in the Mega Millions, right? Like the week before, like nobody won the jackpot. I'd take it from the guy who did win it, right? And and obviously that guy wouldn't win. I would, and change the whole course of history. Or you could be like a martyr, or not a martyr, but if you really want to be like a savior, somebody who's self-righteous, go back and change 9/11. Could you do that? That's really risky. I mean, let's really think about that. That's really risky business, because if you went back and started talking in 2000 or even 1999, and you went to the government and started saying, hey, listen, on this date, on this time, on September 11th, 2001, there's going to be this terrorist attack that's going to happen, and I'm a time traveler. First of all, they're going to think you're crazy. And then, second of all, they're going to think you have terrorist ties. All right? You really think this out? You really think they're going to be like, wow, thank goodness that you come back from the future, buddy. Thank God that you come back and told us all about this. How many lives did you save? 2,000, 3,000 lives, not talking about the war on terror that you just saved, all those people's lives. They're not going to think of that. They're going to think you're batshit crazy. And they're going to say, okay, well, this guy's also a terrorist, and he knows information, and we're going to send his ass to Guantanamo Bay, and you're going to be waterboarded for the next 6 months until you start telling them information that you honestly don't know. Right? You think this out? So, I wouldn't try going back and trying to change anything like that. I mean, it's too risky. It wouldn't work out for me in the long run. I really don't think it would work out for me. So and there is a book also, like the called The New World Order by Ralph A. Epperson. Ralph Epperson, that talks about like the necessary like evils, like talks about, like, take this for example. If you could go back, there's a story that this Catholic priest, right? He saw this 7-year-old boy drowning in a freezing cold lake, and this is I don't remember exactly, in Russia or something. I don't remember exactly where this was happening, right? But this is in 1920 something, 1930s, and this Catholic priest risked his life to go and save this 7-year-old boy from drowning in this freezing cold lake. And it was and he did. He saved him. He saved this 7-year-old boy, and it was a big to do. Like, he was in the newspaper. This Catholic priest saved this 7-year-old boy, 6-year-old boy, however old this kid was, and this priest was claimed to be, a hero. He was a hero for saving this 6-year-old boy. If you saw a 6-year-old kid drowning in freezing cold a lake, would you go save him? Right? Yeah. I mean, if you're brave enough, if you have the guts. I don't know if a lot of people would do it nowadays. I mean, you have to be like a hero to do some stuff like that. I know I would, right? I would risk myself to go save a little kid from drowning in the freezing cold. Well, flash forward about 30 years, right? And that little kid grew up to be Adolf Hitler. Think about that. Think about what could have happened if that Catholic priest would have let little Adolf drown that day. Think about the chain of events that could have happened if he would have let that little 6-year-old boy drown. How many people would have... Because it would have been a sad event for that little 6-year-old boy to die. He was innocent at that point in time. But could that have been a necessary evil to save millions of people 30 years later from World War II? You guys understand? And all the Jewish people from suffering. You understand that this is the concept behind that, like that necessary. I forget the term for that necessary evil, right? But you guys get the concept of that story, right? So leave your comments down below, and you guys tell me, well, like, if you were that priest and you guys would have saved that little boy, because you wouldn't have known that he would have grown up to be such a monster, right? But if you did know that he would have been such a monster, if you would have gone back, would you let him drown? You understand what I'm saying? Leave your comments down below. Hit like. Make sure you subscribe to my page. Okay, guys? I love you. See you.